Hello. My name is Yasha. Today I shall read to you A Dark Night. Soaring like a hang glider, my head lost feet. The voice is the first thing that fades away. I pricked my ear. Am I being called? But as it turned out, it wasn't me. Like a skate blade, the waves of fear rushed through my spine. I could feel my heart panic. It was almost as if I had been stuffed into solitude and it had granted me an empty socket to swirl right in, and be gone from reality forever. The sound from screeching claws, pure sensation. I could feel it all. When you are locked up in a room for 3 days with a bottle of water, 10 sachets of coffee powder, no smiles, frequent breakdowns leading to mental collapse, and the light bulb being the only sparsely living thing that had been giving you company for so long suddenly blows off, exploding into a dozen pieces of shattered glass all over the floor, you feel like a hungry jaded raccoon in a fear frenzy. Imagine the horror in its dust-filled eyes. Jesus. I thought. How long has this been going on? 2 to 3 months? There were no limits to the terrors I felt. Like a victim of mental collapse bound in a cube spinning wildly with all its lines hidden, I somehow managed to stand up. The moonlight could barely reach my room for the shed right in front of my window. My eyes wouldn't blink. The cold winds had crept up my spine and my vibrations were getting nasty. Let's clean the broken glass was probably the only sane idea I had fathomed all evening. But after one blind step in the darkness and, ouch! Terrified and puzzled, I realized that there was blood under my feet. A glass wedge had found its way through my skin and pierced right into a vein. My phone began to ring, but it did not register in me on a conscious level. My nerves were weak, but they were still functioning on some basic motor skills survival level. I have to get my wound dressed up, I realized. After gaining some courage, I pulled the glass off of me and washed the wood near the sink. I found a gauge and some cotton in my first aid box to wrap it all up. With the light out, I sat politely on my chair waiting for dawn. But was the fear for light gone? There was peace in my tiny desert and I thought, should I sleep? It has been so long since I had shut my tiresome eyes. But I miss her. In twists and turns the progressive picturesque of a melancholic haze took shape, and I could see her in the darkness. Her eyelashes beating. Her irises, I could see my face right in there, smiling for the first time after I don't know how long. One of the greatest mysteries of happiness is trying to make it stay, because it is hard to fathom, and also because it fades away pretty fast like yellow oak leaves in autumn, and as helpless as a summer tree, you watch yourself withering away. The sky started to tear down. What am I doing out here? I wondered. What is the purpose of all this? I thought. I poured some water in a glass and added a sachet of coffee. No sugar, no heat, like I was a lobotomized Jew in a Nazi camp. The rain subsided to a drizzle. Should I call her? I asked myself. I had already tried to do that a dozen times before today. But I was scared. Am I pushing it too hard? If I wake up to a day when she isn't there anymore, it would be just like today, knowing that it would last forever. And that day is not far away, I thought. Before my mind could comprehend the excruciating future, a quick jolt in a thunderstorm mutilated against the gloominess ruling over me. Amidst all the terrors, a stroke of lightning rendered me alive. I pressed my face against the glass window and heard an agonizing reappraisal of the scene. I see the stars glow in Blackwater Lake. Turning to my guitar, I tried to play. But like a thief who turns his lantern upon a crowd of dreary letters, I could not help myself.